Hi guys, it's Tom from Trains TV. Welcome back. Today's video is going to be showing you a new route version to the Manchester Victoria to Marsden route, which was released a couple of months ago by PenninePacer. That route is available from Alan Thompson Sim and UK Train Sim. We showed this route off on our stream just after Christmas, which was very grateful to PenninePacer for approaching us once again to see if we would like to give it a showing. A lovely run it is as well. So the first phase that came out was Manchester Victoria to Mosley. Second phase was Manchester Victoria to Marsden. And now this version takes you from Manchester Victoria all the way up to Huddersfield. So we now have a 25.5 mile run, which takes you along between Manchester Victoria and Huddersfield. Excuse me. So we're going to be taking a run. We're going to do the one I did on my stream, which I thoroughly enjoyed, which is on the 142, which is something we don't drive very often. So we'll give it a showcase on the videos as well with them bowing out a service quite quickly now. So yeah, we're going to do that. So we're going to get ourselves set up. We're doing a cold start as well. We'll get ourselves set up and get into the platform to start service. And we'll talk to you along the way about it. So master key in and into neutral. Hold down the engine start key, and the engine then should start. So we need to make sure the points are set correctly and signal permitting before stopping at the reversing point. So I'm going to take the DRA off. Put some of them on. I'll do the destination when we get into the platform. So we need to make sure the points are set. I will show you the actual map as well as we get going. So this phase gives you another 7 miles worth of scenery from Marsden to Huddersfield, and including Slaveweight Station in between. Ground signal. This one caught me out on the stream. I did go straight through it. Luckily we didn't crash into the air, so we could actually reverse ourselves back. So we're just waiting for a TPE service to come through. So whilst we're waiting, I'll just show you the map. So we're over here in Huddersfield. Manchester Victoria is down in this end. You have Staley Bridge. Marsden, where the last version ended. You got the tunnels at Standedge on this section here in this long straight. Slaveweight as well in between. There's a bit further track work added in, but there's actually no scenery on this section. This route is also due to hopefully be released the first weekend in January, all being well. So don't quote me on that one, but that was what I was told when we announced it for PenninePacer on the stream as well. So do keep an eye on UKTS and ATS. When the official launch goes, I'll put the proper links in. So So we've also got Jake Fuller's 185 in. The scenarios do use 170s, but I've subbed in Jake's 185 just for proper realism. I do think we lose a few bits of the timings on the way because the 185 uses 175 physics, so it sort of puts us a little bit late because we do follow one in on the way. So I think we might miss the Manchester's tram traffic, unfortunately, but I wanted the 185 in for proper AI. So we're at the reversing point. I'm just going to put the brakes on. So we're starting our service from Huddersfield platform 4B. Right, so I think it's 156 for our code. Let's make sure that's right. There we go, Manchester Victoria's on the display now. So doors are open, DRA's on. So we'll just have a quick look around at Huddersfield, and the way it's been done is obviously it's been put together with various bits and pieces, which has a very good representation to Huddersfield. Has that sort of feel to it, which is very nice. Good use of assets. Plenty of clutter as well. It's even got custom station signs, which is nice. I'm just going to pause that a second because we'll end up losing our time. All these flower pots and stuff as well. Loads of benches. Proper style lighting as far as I can see with the paint scheme and stuff as well. I do like these little the station signs that pop up. Most modern ones as well with TransPennine Express on there with the new logo. I couldn't find a cat. I couldn't find Felix, so it's a shame that. Really nice to have a little cat on the platform. Mark 1 carriage now. I'm not sure if that's there in real life or not, to be honest. I've never been here. I've passed through, but I've never stopped, so I've never really noticed that. I came through on a rail tour once, ages ago. One thing I do love about this route is at the correct spot and the correct ID details as well. At all the bridges along the route, you actually have these plates. So they actually tell you what they are, what number the bridge is and stuff, and these are all correct throughout the route, which is, I think, is the first route and only route I've ever seen this on. So that's nice. Nice little bits of attention to detail there. All sorts going on, cable troughing and stuff like that. So it's very full of the detail, which is nice. So doors are shut, but we haven't got the light yet. We're just waiting for this 185 to clear. Give the guard a buzzer. Just let them know we're ready. Next stop, Slave Waiting, 4.57 mile. I had to tab this one last time. Couldn't quite remember which one it was it goes through first. I think it might be this green here actually. Yeah, we've still not got the road just yet. Excuse me. So hopefully when it goes through this green, there we go. So if I give it a tab now, no, maybe not. It must be that one. There we go. So, on our departure from Huddersfield, get this right, we're going to go through Huddersfield Tunnel first, then come through to Springwood Junction where you can turn off to the Penistone line, then go into Gledholt Tunnel, and then we will travel down to Slaveweight. So, tunnel number 90, bridge 90 or whatever they call it, bridge or tunnel, I think it's bridge. We did have a single yellow, but as I can sort of remember when we did this run, it did go and stay yellow, so we didn't actually get held up anywhere. Try and keep to the time and try not to miss the trams. See if we can do any better than the stream, to be honest. This is Springwood Junction, and we're going to go into, did I say Gledholt? Yep, Gledholt Tunnel. I've got my atlas out, so I get the right names. Give it the right gen as well, so I've got like the information for tunnel distances and stuff like that where appropriate. There should be a single yellow as well. There it is. Quite a few long sections as well. I love this section as well, obviously where it was once two lines either side of the bridges, like, so they're doing 4 lines down here at one point. It's nice to see that there's enough gap being left in there, like, for obviously when it once was. Lovely detail. It has that Pennine feel to it, definitely. So the last video as well we did on this route was on the class 40, travelling the other way to Marsden. Try and remember as well, the brakes are quite quick to hold the train down, so it slows down quite quick. I did struggle getting into the platforms on the right set of brake. I mean, if you look out this window, looks ace, really nice. Especially doing routes on these hills. Obviously, it takes a bit longer to get the houses at the right gradient. So yeah, hats off to PenninePacer on that one. A good job. The route requirements haven't changed at all either since the previous version. So you're not, if you've already got the route, that's great. You don't need to worry about any extra bits and pieces. Quite a climb at the minute. We're climbing up down up towards Slaveway. So the 142 is being put through its paces at the minute. You can tell it's struggling up there. It's not really picking up the speed. Love this bridge as well. Nice detail on that. I think that is custom. I've not seen that before. Single yellow at the minute. 1.3 miles to Slaveway as well. See if we can catch the next signal. It has gone green. That's good. We'll just put some more power on. We can climb up a bit more yet. Otherwise we'll never get there. So we're just arriving at Slaveway now. We'll put the brakes on a bit. Staggered platforms as well. Quite narrow as well, these platforms at this station. The lovely views here at this station as well, so you can see the custom metro station signage as well, which says Slaveway on to our left. Again, custom station signs. These little bridge signs as well. I like the walkway as well coming down there. These little steps, quite cool. Yeah, lovely. Nice lamps as well. All the lamps have been retextured as well, so they've got the red paint scheme on there as well for Metro. Next up's Marsden. Marsden's 2.5 miles away. Again, the vast valleys with all the old mills and stuff. You've got the canal in the background there as well. It's lovely. It's a really, really nice feel to it. I love all these old mills, all the towers and stuff. You get some really nice screenshots as well on this route, especially when you're down in the valley, looking up towards the railway. If you get the sun in the right direction as well, you can get some lovely shots, as I found out the other day on the stream. Again, we're still climbing. It's a 1 in 105. It's nice to see the route using the VP grass as well, with other bits mixed in there, of course. It's not overly used either. It's got a good value in the box that's been applied. It doesn't look too clumpy and bulky. Canal locks as well. Plenty of them about on the route, especially when you're going past Sandedge Tunnel. You come out the other side into Lancashire. We're looking to try and get 50 here. We're just about climbing up to them. We're just under a mile to Marsden as well, so we're nearing the end of the new section, which is quite a good drive if you're coming in this direction, because you've got quite a bit of a struggle. So if you're on the local haul stuff, it'll be quite a nice drive. It'll be quite fresh. It'd be quite an easy drive going in the opposite direction though, back into Huddersfield, because you're going all downhill. We're sort of coming up to the end of the climb as well now, so just beyond Marsden station it levels out, and then we will, I think we drop down during the run through Sandedge Tunnel, if I remember correctly. It used to be alright driving the 142, it used to be quite on it with the brakes, but I've just seemed to have lost the knack on it, to be quite honest. It's been that long since I've properly driven it. I think I've driven it twice in a week, which I don't usually do. I'd be lucky if you see it drive it twice in a year. It's one of these I need to sort of really have another drive on and get back to grips with it really. I can see a lot of pacer scenarios coming up soon, especially with the cull, shall we say, and being cascaded and getting scrapped and stuff. Although there is a few of them, obviously they've been saved and sent to preservation railways already, or purchased at least. So this is Marsden. I like this little bits of detail here, like they've got this little pipe that comes out, it's been covered off with railings. It's quite cool. Again, you get these metro signs here with Marsden. Canal locks at the back of the station as well, so we've been here before with this station and reviewed it as well, and I was impressed the first time. Again, it's got like custom bridges and stuff by the looks of it. I'm sure it's custom. There's pipe work as well, which is really nice. So our next point of interest is Standish Tunnel. So Standish Tunnel is a distance of 3 miles and 64 yards, which takes us into Lancashire. It's quite unique as well because it's got the canals as well that go through the Pennine Hills. Come out the other side as well. We are just about dropping, I think now, there we go. Got the waterfalls to the left of us here that cover over the top of the line. A level gradient at the moment. There is light at the end of the tunnel somewhere. Next station is Greenfield as well. That's in 5 miles, 5.3. Even on level gradient, we're still struggling to get to speed. I'd love to see a 142 enhancement pack with Pacer throughout everywhere. Just Pacer upgrade the 143 pack as well, and get a 144 out of it possibly, if we can. I mean, DTG's Pacer is a lovely model. It's lacking though. The sound's obviously lacking. There is a patch available for it. I've not actually applied that myself, but the only downfall is obviously it's got the old doors. It hasn't got the newer doors, sadly. But the modelling is lovely on it. It's quite hard to believe this one's probably about 5 or so years old. We are going to drop down to 60 mile an hour in a moment as well. We're coming up through Diggle Box on our right in a second. Got the canals to the right as well, where they come out of the tunnel. Diggle's a custom signal box as well. It's lovely to see so many custom assets on this route. You've got custom stations as well along the way. I mean, even Victoria as a kind of a custom station. It's got custom arch canopy and stuff like that, the glass canopy. It's not fully customised all the way through. It's got bits and pieces added in there, but it's a nice little end piece, the route. It's a shame Huddersfield didn't get anything custom, but it's still a nice representation. It still has that feel to it. Excuse me. The river and the canal below us here. I mean, he nailed the canal works. So many bits on that bit that are lovely, really nicely done. Especially with how awkward the terrain must be on this route must have been an absolute pig to get going. I think we're running better on time compared to my streams now, because I'm sure when I was here last time there was a service set on the other side of the platform, so that's not there yet. So we're looking good. We might see some trams on the way into Manchester, because everything had disappeared by the time I got there on the stream. It was down to my nimbling around with the brakes. There we go. Do you want to go then? I think it's this station. Remember the next one where there might be an AI? I can't quite remember. There was an AI somewhere between here and the next station. Next station is Marsden in 2.1 mile. Nope, I'm right, there it is. I was talking to PenninePacer the other day about the route and if it's going to go any further, and from what you can made out, it's going to be looking like that this is the final phase. It's going to go as far as Huddersfield. It looks like it's not going to go any further in the future. Well, it might. You never know. It might come back to it, but at the minute it sounds like it's going to be ending there. He said it's quite a decent end-to-end run of a good length that he's happy with. So that's fair play to him. He's done a fantastic job on what he's done in quite a short amount of time, really. 3 phases in within a year, more or less, give or take. I think it is actually, because I think the first phase actually went on to ATS when the website opened. But it's probably looking about right, that. 3 within a year. Fair play. So, stations left, we have Stalybridge, Ashton-under-Lyne and Manchester Victoria, with a distance of somewhere over there, 10 miles. It's not too far down to Manchester now. I'd say we're probably about half of the way or just over now, aren't we? Yeah, we're over here now. Probably say about 2/3 of the way, more or less. Nearly. Stalybridge is 2.5 miles away, and we're just approaching Scout Tunnel. A relatively short one. I haven't got the actual distance. Doesn't say anything about the distance on this one in my atlas. I think it only really pinpoints the distance within on the longer tunnels. FPS are good as well, and apart from the tile load stuff, which is always there, we're getting 50 FPS, which is lovely, very playable. Drop down to 50 mile an hour on the approach to Stalybridge station. Obviously you do notice that back there, then you do notice a towel load when there's a big section coming up. Again, Staley Bridge, another custom station on the route. Custom waiting room as well, and the station building to the right. So the line to the left coming off now, that continues down towards Guybridge, so the TPE services that go that way towards Manchester Piccadilly. Ashton line's just under a mile. Not sure how we're looking yet for trams. I mean, they're still there at the minute, so that's always an upside. Bit of rough track on this section for a short while. Not too sure if it's to do with super elevation, possibly. Doesn't look like it goes quite smooth into the bank curve. So our next and final station is Manchester Victoria. That is in 6.38 miles. due in there at about 6:52. So we'll see if we are on time or not when we have the whether or not we get the Metrolink traffic. Still not optimistic on it at the minute. I'm not too sure if we've been held up a bit too much by the 185 earlier in the scenario. That, or whether just the run's too much of a strain for the pacer to keep the times. Got Ike here on the left. On the left here, the line to and from Denton Junction joins us. This is Ashton Moss North Junction. It's possibly the line where the parliamentary train, I think, runs through as well. If someone knows that one, do let us know in the comments. If not, please do correct me. There's this section around here where there's a bit of rough track. I did think at one point my pace was going to fall off the track, but it didn't. It was alright. Especially the faster we got. I think it's just a transition issue where it just sort of like just jolts back into the straight. Gives you a sense of being on the proper pace that just bounces around. We're just approaching Bagley Fold Junction. The line here, you can go to and either to or from Ashbury's. Custom box nameplate there. So we're just curving around in the moment into Marsden Junction, and we're going to join onto the Marsden Bank towards Victoria for the last mile and a half run. How we're looking as well on the eye. Trams are moving, although there is... No, I think we might have missed all the trams. Sadly, it just wasn't quick enough. I think that it's just down to the Pacers setup, I think. So the city skyline is just in the distance now. Some signs. I'm not actually sure what them signs are all about and what they were for. Nothing in my atlas, it just says sidings. We might possibly just see a tram if we're quick enough. Excuse me. So we're just coming towards Hirst Tunnel, which is where the Metrolink goes underneath. Let's see it in the distance. Yep, we're good, we can see one, which is nice to see. I'm slightly a little bit late this time, not as late as I was last time. There I say are them. We've got the Train Sim TV advert as well. It's brilliant when he did that for us on our. I think they did that for our the last stream we did. A cheeky screenshot. But yeah, I'd love to see the newer Metrolink trams as an AI model. That'd be good, just for scenario use. What's this next one here? Metrolink Salford keys open now. Don't think there's been any extra changes on the tram this time on this build, to my knowledge. On the last build, it was quite a lot of work done to it to update it. We're going into platform 1 as well. A little bit too fast there by the looks of it. It's put the brakes on. Never mind. We'll go with that. I'm just going to open doors. So I hope I'm going to pause again. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget the route is due to be released first weekend of January 2020. Do keep your eye out on UK Train Sim and Alan Thompson Sim for the release. When they do get released at their websites, I will put both links in the description. This video is merely to get people in the know about it and get you to see what's what, so you can look what you can expect to be seen. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again as always for joining us. We'll be back on our next video soon, definitely. We've got quite a few videos in the pipeline to get done, so we'll be quite hot on them ones, getting them pushed through while we've got them on our mind. So yeah, don't forget you can join us on Twitch at twitch.tv/TrainSimTV_Tom. That's the one that your main channel. I'm always live usually Wednesdays and Fridays. We're going to be getting back into the routine now. New Year's all the way over, Christmas are done with, and don't forget also Trains and TV _ Mark as well. For very rare, but he does occasionally do odd streams. So do keep him in your mind and put him in your list on Twitch. Again, like, share, subscribe, let everyone know about us. Any comments and feedback, any feedback on the route, we can always pass on to PenninePacer. Always appreciated. So yeah, don't forget. We'll be back soon, and we'll see you on a Twitch stream very, very soon as well. Take care, guys, and thank you as always. Have a good one. Bye now.